Guys, Jay at Broader Performance here. So if you've been following along, this is the Cobra that I built, and I told you that the clutch pedal effort was just too much. It's not comfortable to drive. So I had this deal. This is a Willwood. It's a slave cylinder that will, what it would do is I took it out, but the original clutch fork was in here, and it would pull it to actuate the clutch. Well, I made a bracket and did all that, and by the way, this is for a 4-speed top loader, and it's the large input because we have the big block engine here. So that's actually, this Willwood pull cylinder is the second attempt. I had another one that mounted, I made a bracket, mounted a push type. That was really bad. The Willwood one was better, but still not what I want. So here's the deal. I bought a hydraulic throwout bearing from Tilton. I called Tilton, told them, you know, big spline top loader, all that. Oh yeah, we got a kit, because I didn't see it on their website. I just saw the small top loader. Oh yeah, we got it for the big top loader. Here's the part number. All right, great. And they don't sell direct, so you got to go through a distributor. So I get the thing ordered up, I get it in, and it's for a small top loader. And unfortunately, I had it way too long before I noticed this, and I can't even return the damn thing. So, anyways, I buy a Ram hydraulic throwout bearing. They supposedly had one that fit the top loader. That was the only one I could find, and it does fit. But here's the problem. So what you got to do, they want a minimum of 150 thou clearance. So basically your throwout bearing sits away from these fingers 150 thou minimum. So basically I measured from this face down to the fingers. They tell you to do it a different way. It's much more convoluted, but my flywheel and my pressure plate and all that's already installed. I didn't want to remove all that stuff to measure it the way they want to, but this works just fine. So I measure from here down to the fingers, and then let me get over to the trans and everything. 1 second. Okay. So here's the assembly. So then I just basically measure from this face down to the face of the transmission, and I'm getting, well, I'm about 90 thou bound. So we've got negative clearance. So I need to gain about roughly 1/4 of an inch here. And this is an issue. Now, according to RAM instructions, they tell you can buy a thinner flywheel, and, you know, I don't know, maybe I could get a different pressure plate and all that, but this is a McLeod plate that I've got, and it's all pretty new, and I've had it a long time. I can't return it. I don't want to return it. So what do? I don't want to keep going here and trying to find if, you know, I can get another throwout bearing from someone else. I just can't find one. You know, nobody's really supporting this old top loader stuff anymore, it seems. And it's, you know, really disappointing to me that the techs on the phone, you know, with Tilton, they tell you it's going to fit and it doesn't, and just nobody even knows about these. Everything's, you know, if I had a T5 or, you know, Tremec or, you know, whatever, something newer, I'm sure we wouldn't have any problem. Here's a bracket that I had made for that Willwood pull cylinder. It's kind of goofy, but it worked. It's heavy duty, doesn't flex. This was the first bracket that I made for the push type. So the saga continues here. So what do? Well, I'm looking at this, and if I could machine all this away, that's right about 1/4 of an inch there, that would work. But the problem is you can't, because if you look inside this collar, you've got your seal. Your seal is basically up in that counterbore. So here's what I think I'm going to do. This is the piston that comes out of here. I popped this piston out because basically what happens is this piston sits on this and sits on that collar, and it pushes off from there. Pretty simple. What I think I can do, I think I've got enough room to do it. I've been doing some measuring here. So there's not a lot of force. There's really going to be next to no force on this anymore. So integrity I'm not too concerned with, but I think I can turn this diameter down, and it looks like to roughly 2 inches. I'll do some more measuring on that, which is just slightly bigger than this. This, I believe, is 1 3/4 inches. So I think I can get away with turning this down to a 2-inch diameter, all the way down to the end here, to that 1/4 inch that I desperately need. And then what I'll have to do here is bore this inside 2-inch diameter, about 1/4 inch. And then this can sit on there, and that should give me my clearance. Piston seal rides out here, so you can't just cut this shorter. You've got an O-ring seal on this, and it's on the lower portion too, but we don't need a lot of mass there. Basically, if you look at this chamfer, that 2 inches is going to come out to about here, and that's going to leave us plenty of wall thickness for what this needs to do. Of course, once I machine this, I can no longer return it. So I hope I know what I'm doing here. Alright guys, I'm doing this video because I know there's probably some of you Toploader guys out there, and maybe you're running into this problem. I don't know. You know, kind of looking back on the deal, you know, it is a Cobra and you don't have a lot of room, but they used to have mechanical linkage on this, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it looks like, but I don't think they had all this fancy hydraulic crap back then. I should have just made a mechanical linkage to get this done, because it's easy to change level lengths and things to do what you need. But we'll keep going here. We'll try this the modern way. So I think I'm going to roll the dice. You know, what's another few $100s, right? So I think I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this over to the transmission shop where we have our machine shop, and I'm going to try to make this happen. Alright. So let's pause this here. I'm just going to do this in a part 2 video. Again, because I've got to go to the other building. The machine shop's not at this location. We are kind of a messed up company where we're in 3 different buildings, so we do different stuff in different buildings. In this 3 different locations. Alright, we've got actually, let's see, we've got 5 buildings, 3 locations. I don't recommend this. It is not practical. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. And if you want to see the conclusion of this, please subscribe and sign up for the alerts. I will be doing this pretty soon. I'm not going to drag this one out for months like I normally do. I want to get my car back together and off the lift. I need the lift for other things. So if this all works out and you want to buy my awesome bracket here, or brackets, if you want to try to do a push or pull system external, I'll give you a real good deal on these brackets. Brackets work fine, but geometry is just not what I want. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old and weak, and that clutch effort is just too much. Alright, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next one. Look for part 2.